Hey, how is everyone? Lou from RV Habit. Today's project is going to be the installation of a keyless entry lock on my RV. I've wanted this for a long time. There's basically two companies out there, Bauer and RVLock. I ended up going with RVLock for a few reasons. One, RVLock, that's what they do, locks. But more importantly, you can actually buy parts for this lock if something goes bad. The keypad, the control board, the plastic handles on the inside. So it was a no-brainer. That's who I ended up going with. Now, unlike a lot of other YouTube videos you see with this lock, and there are many of them, most of them are installs on travel trailers and fifth wheels, and that is a little bit of a different lock. This is going to be a little bit different. This is a motorhome lock, which has the motorhome pins on it, required by the DOT. It's much bigger than the trailer lock. And what comes in a box is the front face of the lock, the back paddle with 2 keys, a key fob and 5 screws, and an instruction card which explains how to install it and how to program it. That's it. That's the entire box. I also purchased, because I have a painted rig, the new lock may not match up exactly with the painted lines from the old lock. They offer a sticker, and it's all it is a sticker that's a little bit bigger than this lock to put on your RV in case the paint lines don't match. This should cover up the paint lines. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit different because it's a motorhome, not a travel trailer or a fifth wheel. And the only thing I read is the screen door may have a little bit of a problem fitting with the new back paddle, but we'll see. So let's install it. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the existing lock, and it has 2 screws on the face jamb, and it has 3 screws on the back plate. So just remove them. So the screws are all out. This should just pull off. There you go. It's one. Wow, that was pretty stuck. I was looking to see if there was another screw in there or something. And slide that out. And that's what this old one looks like. So this is a better look at what I'm talking about, the paint line. For some reason, RV manufacturers, they don't remove the locks when they paint the rigs, and this is common with most rigs. So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to put the new lock in, and we'll see if it needs that sticker around it to cover this up, or if the new lock actually covers it. This is actually a pretty nice door. This is already pre-cut with metal in here, so it's not styrofoam or anything. It's a nice door. So let's get the new lock. So here's the new RV lock, and we're going to try and put this in the existing hole. And it's just, it looks like it's hitting just a fraction right here on this plastic lip, but that's metal here. Maybe if I could bring it down a little bit. I'm going to file this bottom edge down, let this lock come down a little bit. So let me do that, and we'll see if it will fit. Okay, that's a little bit. Let's see. Huh. And that's perfect, I think. Now, as you can see, here's the unpainted part of my rig, so I am going to need that that decal piece. So we'll clean that up. We'll get that decal on. That's about where it's got to go to cover up that white. So I have that tape on, and it definitely covered those white spots that were not painted. And it says to just kind of get this in a lock, and that actually fits good, just that little filing, so that really was not a big deal. And the next thing it says is put 2 screws in a jam to hold this lock in, and I'll get them started. And you just want to snug them up. You don't want to tighten it yet. You want to leave the lock loose so you can move it around a little bit to adjust it, to fine tune it. Okay, the next part is to put the back paddle on. Simply plug it in. It should beep. And then we have to line up these red handles just like that. And that's good. We'll put some screws in. Okay, I'm just going to tighten these up. And again, don't over tighten anything on a lock, because then you'll just bind it up. Just hand tight, snug. Lock seems to be working. Okay, let's test it and see if it fits in the door. So I've tightened the 5 screws that hold the lock in. It's nice and tight. I had to file that bottom a little bit just to finesse this in. No major modification though. It fit fine. It probably just depends on who cuts the hole at the RV factory for the lock. I mean, literally was less than a 1/16 of an inch I had to take off. I needed that sticker I purchased for, I think it was like $5. I had 2 spots of unpainted surfaces where this new lock face fit, and that sticker just covered it, so it was fine. I tested the screen door, and that fits no problem, and it locks onto the main door. I didn't have to file anything. It fits fine. And I closed the door, and the door works beautiful. Now there's a striker plate here with these 2 pins. You may have to loosen this and move this up or down, depending. It may, just to finesse it and fine tune it. Mine fit fine. It fit exactly where it was supposed to, and most of them will, because these 2 pins are dead center in these 2 holes. And the default code is 1234, and you press lock, and it locks fine. And then unlock it. 1, 2, 3, 4, unlock, and that's fine. Now to program this, it's on that card. It's really easy. I'm not going to bore you with that. Also, the same thing with the key fob. You basically press a button back behind the back here that says key fob, and you press the key fob and it'll program to it. There's an on and off switch here. Off just disables your key fobs. If it's on, your key fobs will work. If you leave it off, you probably save some battery life. The last thing I'm going to tell you is I hate that beep. That beep lets everybody know what you're doing. I don't want to hear it. If you don't want to hear the beep, just press and hold the 1 key, and you'll hear 2 short tones, just like that. And now the keypad will be silent. So I can lock it, and it's silent, and it's locked. And unlock it. Now it's unlocked. No sound. If you want the tones back, just press and hold the 1 key again. You'll get 1 long tone, and now it'll beep again. Again, I don't like it. I would keep it off, but you know, whatever you like. This was really easy. This was not, I was expecting this to be a little harder because of our motorhome, but it actually fit really, really well. This is a Class C motorhome from Forest River, so You know, most of the ones I've seen on YouTube, they all were on travel trailers and fifth wheels, and I was a little worried about this, but it fits fine. And remember, even if your batteries go dead, the keys will always work. So I hope this helped you out. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you soon.